I'm from Denver, Colorado, and about 5 years ago got involved with a person that I met online. I had recently been in a car accident and was kind of struggling. The relationship developed really quickly, and within a month there was an incident of violence. I thought it was a one-time thing, so we stayed together, and really rather quickly issues of control and isolation began to happen. The violence became more frequent. The police were involved. I really think at the beginning, I really did believe that things could be different. After that first incident, he was arrested and charged with assault, and very quickly said that it was a one-time thing, that he needed help, that he knew he needed help, and followed through by going to treatment and getting help. So I think I really did have a belief. I thought there were mental health issues involved, there was substance abuse involved. I thought that if those things were taken care of, that it would change. That was not the case, but I think by the time I really realized that it was not going to change and that I needed to get out, I had no one else in my life to help me do that. I was completely isolated. He was really my only contact. So I really didn't have anywhere to go. I didn't have any financial support. And I was really stuck. It took about 2 years to end the relationship. And at that time, it took about another year of trying to extricate myself from Denver before I landed here to get some help and be safe. There was a lot of emotions that were involved in thinking about reaching out for help and actually reaching out for help, because I think that those were kind of two different things. There was law enforcement involved. I think there was really a gap in being offered help. The police didn't seem to be able to help me. There were multiple restraining orders and multiple violations of restraining orders. And that did not seem to make a difference. In fact, it actually escalated the level of violence. I didn't feel like that would keep me safe. So I didn't trust that route, and I really didn't know of any other way that I could get help. I didn't even know how to talk about it, so I didn't know what kind of help I needed, and I really wasn't sure that there was anywhere to go. If I could go back in time and tell myself or give myself some advice, I think it would be that there is another way, that you don't have to live like this, that there's help, that there's hope, that there's an option to be safe, and that you're worth saving. The journey of getting help has probably been one of the greatest experiences in my life. It was not as horrible as I thought it would be, and I am so grateful that I ended up in a place that really has some amazing services for victims and survivors. I picked up the phone and I called the Helpmate hotline, and a wonderful volunteer answered the phone and pretty much just let me cry and say, I think I need help, but I don't know what I need. That was probably the most terrifying phone call I've ever made. I was able just to say I needed help, and that led me to a meeting at Helpmate that introduced me to other services in the area, counseling, education, support group. Got me established with that address confidentiality program, which really was really necessary to start that kind of journey of being safe, really safe. It was still a little challenging in the beginning. I had to reach out to a lot of different places and tell my story several times, but I did feel supported and really cared about through the entire process. There is something that is very comforting to me about the idea of one safe place, a place where whether I'm going to report something, meet with somebody, have therapy, ongoing services, the idea of one place, one system trying to kind of holistically help a person is pretty remarkable.